after the tension of the last couple of days, how good was it for your team to have a relatively easier one today in terms of being able to play some easier shots the rest of the game?
Yeah, kind of came out of nowhere. Obviously, bad break for them with that pick in the second end, and that's basically game over right there, right? So, yesterday we had two real kind of intense, close, well-played games, and drained a lot of energy. So it's nice to get a bit of a break there today, and we'll get some rest this afternoon, and we'll have to come out and play good again tonight.
What was the tone of the discussion coming off the ice last night and this morning in the wake of last night's loss?
It was kind of the same as we've had. I mean, we played pretty good. Yesterday was a little more disappointing in that we played good most of the game, and we just played a bad last end. And in that situation, you can't. We had three misses and ended up costing us. So, there's not much to say. I mean, you're out there trying to make every shot, obviously, and you just hope you come out and it happens for you that day, because we're all throwing it well, just a few little things here and there. But like I said last night after our game, I like the way we were. Yesterday was our best day, even though we didn't win both, the way we played as a team. So another good game today, and hopefully we can just keep going.
And if I tell you 9-3 at the beginning of the week, I imagine that would be not a bad record to shoot for.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no easy games out here, and just seems like anyone can beat anyone. Lots of teams. A good team's probably not going to make playoffs here, right? So we can't be complaining, and I don't know where that leaves us as far as possibilities. But I think we got to win tonight, but that'll get us to Saturday, and then you just hopefully can get to Sunday.
Great win for the guys today, and from the mental side of things, I imagine that was a much needed kind of respite from the tension of the last few days.
Yes and no. I mean, I think we've been in this position many times before, Al. Maybe not with this team, but coming the hard way with Team Koe has been a trend for the last 10 years. So, there's no panic. There's no, would you like to win them all? Of course you would, but you never think that way. So, it was an important win to take maybe some pressure off, but in many ways, we got to ramp it up from here on in, right? So, I mean, we still got to win our game tonight, and then put us in a better spot for the weekend. So we'll take the win any way we can get them, but at the same time, I don't think it changes a lot. It just says, okay, now we're, at least I think we're in. I guess I'll find out. No, is it mathematically we're in or not? You can tell me.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Okay.
So, that said, you say maybe not with this team, but this team did have some adversity at the Alberta Championship, down in the C event quite early in that event, and fought its way to a provincial championship and eventually the Brier. What's the takeaway from that event that maybe helps someone like BJ and Colton, who haven't seen what Kevin is like under those kind of circumstances?
I mean, again, it's just you reflect on the things that you've done well. I mean, one of the things about this team is we don't dwell on the things that go poorly. You got to focus on your strengths. You got to focus on the things that got you here in the first place. And so yeah, I mean, coming through the C is great, but I would say what's even better is the way we played yesterday. I mean, we played, I think, our two best games yesterday. I mean, obviously, the win against the US was great, and against Scotland, Kevin was, standing on his head, and I think we didn't get many breaks yesterday. And so, we build on those two great games, even though we didn't get the result we wanted against Scotland. And now this, I think that's what we want, that projects us into the weekend, hopefully raising our game as we're going forward here.
And in these kind of circumstances, you've seen what Kevin is like. The way his kind of mentality changes as we get closer to the end. And I know you like what you see out of him right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this many times. I think Kevin's greatest strength is he's not afraid to lose. Right? He's going to, if the game is on the line, if the shot is on the line, he's going to take it. And I think that's an attribute that very many teams and players don't have, because they're, do we want to do this? And when he makes that commitment, it was like that run back he made last night that he just missed. He was all over that. If he makes it, we score 3. And, but he also knew we're giving up 1 early in the game. He's prepared to do that. And I think that's his greatest asset.
All right, first place. How big a deal is that to you?
It's pretty big. Yeah, really solid round robin. The one loss we had against Scotland was also a good game, so no complaints really so far. We've saved a lot of energy and played really well, and then made a few mistakes as well, but I think those are the kind that when you get away with the win, you can still just learn from them and see them as they are. So I think we're getting closer and closer to the level we really want to play at, and I think we'll need it in the playoffs.
Well, and that's the question. Is the team where it needs to be right now? If I'm asking you right now, are you where you need to be going into the playoffs in terms of execution?
Definitely, I think so. But I think we can also step up one more notch, and I think the other teams will do that for the playoffs as well. So I think we are where we want to be after a long round robin. We couldn't make all the shots, obviously. So the few mistakes we've made up for them with good shots anyways. And then if we can just get away from a couple of those easy mistakes, usually when we've been in the lead. So if we can get away from a few of those, we'll be right where we want to be.
Of course, I got to ask, Rasmus on skip rocks, flawless out there today.
Yeah, I don't even think he got a percentage out of that, though, so he's got to try harder next time.